We back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sana IE. I'm your host, XO. If it's your first time listening, welcome in. Welcome to Sana IE. I bet you're wondering, what is Sana IE? Sana IE is a personal development platform for millennials who are navigating through their mental health. So with every episode, we drop tips, tricks, knowledge, statistics, and different things when it comes to the personal development as well as the mental health of millennials. Because if you haven't heard of the last episode, 72% of millennials go through panic attacks, anxiety, depression, and different mental illness journeys. So understanding that and understanding okay, this is a big problem. It's a huge problem that we have to discuss and we have to talk about and we have to get on. And with this episode today, we're going to embark on an insightful journey of the essence of personal development and its profound impact on nurturing the mental health of entrepreneur millennials. And personal development, the essence of personal development. Personal development has become a big thing to me over the years. I've always been a personal development junkie, always trying to develop myself personally. But I ain't gonna lie, this past month, in September, I've been slacking. I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been slacking on my personal development. I just been coasting, going through it, being comfortable. And I had that talk with myself today. I was like, yo, you're getting too comfortable. And it happens. It happens when you're just going through things. You've been so consistent with growing yourself, developing yourself. You hit that point where you're like, you get complacent. You understand, complacency can take up a vacancy in my life. And understanding, okay, how do I get back onto my game? How do I get back in the game instead of being comfortable on the bench? And with this episode, we're going to talk about that. Personal growth, something big to me. It isn't just a buzzword. It's a powerful tool that empowers us to navigate our mental health journey with strength and resilience. So it's going to happen to where you get comfortable and you're like, man, I've been comfortable so long. But you have to get to the point too where you have to tell yourself, yo, it's time to get uncomfortable and get back to the growing yourself instead of being complacent with your growth that you've accomplished so far. So we're going to take a deep dive into the heart of personal development and its significance in enhancing our well-being as well as navigating the challenges of entrepreneurship. But first, you already know I kick off my shows with the quotes of the day. My first quote is, don't focus on how you will get there, just focus on where you want to go. Where do you want to go? What direction do you want to go in? I had to ask myself this yesterday as I was sitting down. I had to write down, where do I want to be in 5 years? What are the 3 to 4 things I want to accomplish in the next 5 years? Then I went down what I want to accomplish in 3 years. Then I went down to what I want to accomplish in a year. Then I went down to what I want to accomplish in the next 6 months. You have me having that direction, okay, this is what I want to accomplish 5 years, 3 years, 1 year, and 6 months, and what do I need to do to get there? It's focusing. You put yourself in that direction. You have your GPS in your phone and you pick it up. I'm going to go to, hypothetically, you go to work. You know the GPS, you know the direction. The direction is to get there. So you're all right, this is what I'm focusing on. I know where I'm going. Regardless if there's traffic, no traffic, it's a smooth drive, whatever it may be, there are hazards on the freeway. You know the direction that you are going. So you focus on that. You're not focused on, how will I get there? You ain't focused on, is there gas in the car? How's your tire pressure? All that stuff like that. No, you know where you're going because all that stuff is already handled. So focus on where you want to go, not how you will get there. The how isn't important. The focus is on where you're going, what direction you want to go in. My second quote is, walk away from anything not meant for you, and you'll find yourself on the path to what is. I had to learn this just recently, not literally last week. had to walk away from somebody that wasn't valuing who I am and what I brought to the table. And I feel much freer because me putting that person ahead of myself, my needs, and what I wanted, and it wasn't working out for me. I prayed about it and I kept praying. God showed me like, yo, this person isn't for you, but you keep trying to make them for you. It's like we get so stubborn to what we want in life when it's not what we need. And sometimes you have to walk away, and it shows the strength. Like you'll have to walk away from certain people, certain relationships, certain friendships, certain family members, certain jobs, and you'll find yourself on the path of what is. It's like your eyes start opening up and you seeing like, oh, that really wasn't for me, but I was being blind to the facts or to the writing on the wall. And it's understanding like, okay, I have to walk away from certain things in order for me to grow, in order for me to find what my journey is or what my purpose is. So once again, that quote is, walk away from anything not meant for you, and you'll find yourself on a path of what is. So in this episode, like I said, we're going to be discussing the essence of personal development. And the first one that comes across when it comes to personal development is self-awareness. At the core of personal development lies self-awareness, the process of understanding our emotions, our thoughts, our strengths, our weaknesses, and our motivations. Me, I have to write down. I don't know if you know your strengths and weaknesses, but write them down. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And understanding like, how can I develop these? How can I develop my weaknesses? How can I turn my weaknesses into my strengths? And it's becoming self-aware. You know what you love, what you like, what you dislike, what you're good at, and what you're bad at. But it's like embracing self-awareness allows us to recognize our triggers, manage stress, and cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves. So you may have to take some time today, this weekend, whatever it may be, to really check in on yourself and see what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, how am I when it comes to my emotions? Am I emotional? Am I not emotional? Do I not put enough effort into understanding my emotions? Do I just go through life just like lollygagging through? And just take that time. You may have to take that time. You may have to go out, walk in nature, just be with yourself, take a notebook and take out notes and just write out your strengths, write out your weaknesses, write out who you are and who you want to become. It's becoming aware, like, who am I in this present moment? And then who do I want to become in the next 6 months to a year? And what do I need to do to get there? A year from now, you're like, oh, I want to raise my net worth. I want to invest in certain products. I want to invest into myself. I want to start going to more conferences and understanding like, what do you truly need? Because in life, life is always fast-paced. We're always doing something, whether it's working, helping family, helping our friends, doing something in life, that life is constantly going, that we never take the time to stop and understand ourselves, understand what we want, what we want to accomplish. And some of the ways to become self-aware, the biggest thing is journaling. Journaling and understanding at the end of every day, nighttime, whatever it may be, put this in your nightly routine. Take 5 minutes out to journal. How was your day? What was good about your day? What was bad about your day? What's something you're grateful for that happened that day? Who did you help? Journaling helps you become self-aware of yourself, as well as meditating. Meditation and understanding your mind, your thoughts, your actions, your emotions, and seeing, why was I emotional this day? Why did I let this person trigger me? Why did I let this event trigger me? How can I be more calm in that situation and become more self-aware of yourself and understanding who you are? Number 2 will be emotional intelligence. Developing emotional intelligence enabled us to navigate our emotions and understand those of others, fostering healthier relationships in both personal and professional atmospheres, and empowers us to effectively handle conflicts and positively influence other interactions. Emotional intelligence, understanding your emotions and the emotions of others. And a book that I recommend when it comes to understanding your emotional intelligence would be Emotional Intelligence 2.0. It breaks it down to when you're becoming aware with the self-aware, the social awareness, how you are in relationships, how you are in business settings, how you are when it comes to family, how you are when you're with yourself. And reading this book gives you a lot of insight on the value of emotional intelligence, because everything we do in life is based off our emotions. And this book has really helped me to get the grasp of emotional intelligence and understanding myself, how I am around certain people, as well as understanding how I am with myself. Because sometimes we let our emotions dictate the facts of our lives. So understand that emotional intelligence helps us understand and foster healthy relationships with ourselves and the people around us. So once again, I recommend that book, Emotional Intelligence 2.0. That's my shameless plug. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And we have to start being more aware of our emotions and how they operate in certain situations. Number 3 would be setting goals. Personal development encourages us to set clear and achievable goals, aligning with our actions and our aspirations. These goals can range from professional milestones to personal growth, all contributing to a sense of purpose and fulfillment. So setting those goals, like I told you, my 5-year, 3-year, 1 year, 6 months goals, plans, and everything, set those out, as well as I had a start date and an end date for those. And that is that sense of urgency to like, okay, I got to get this done, instead of sometimes we set goals and have no end date in mind. We set goals like, oh, I want to do this, but what is the end date? Where's the sense of urgency that you're like, okay, I got to get this done within this time frame, instead of, oh, this is just a goal that's everlasting. Now we have to put dates, start dates and end dates on our goals so that we have the mission that we want to accomplish in the time frame that we need to accomplish it in, instead of just letting that goal just be a goal. Number 4 is continuous learning. The pursuit of personal development emphasizes lifelong learning and growth. Anybody that you look up to, any mentor, any role models, whatever it may be, they're constantly learning. They spend majority of their day learning, reading, YouTube, whatever it may be, just really developing their skills and constantly being a sponge to life. You would never stop learning unless you make yourself stop learning. But continuous learning throughout your life. What do you want to learn today? Well, you're learning right now, listening to this podcast, but overall, embracing new skills and knowledge and experiences enhances the adaptability and opens doors to fresh opportunities in our entrepreneurial endeavors. You're always going to constantly be learning. We have to spend time throughout our days learning, whether you're having 4 hours of deep focused work of learning and putting some work in, or you reading every hour of the day, listen to podcasts, whatever it may be, but continuous learning. And it's not good to just learn. Take those notes. As you're learning something, take notes and retain that information. It's on a deeper level where you have to take those notes and see, while you're taking those notes, how can I teach this to my 18-year-old self? How can I teach this to my 18-year-old self? And you're retaining that information even more because you're like, okay, I can teach this to somebody. So that's just a hidden gem when it comes to learning anything. Always take notes. And as you're taking notes, go over the notes, read the notes down, and understand, how can I teach this to the next person? Because once you get that, you retain that information, and you'll be surprised at how much of the knowledge that you retain within that setting, whether you've been learning for 30 minutes or an hour. So do that. And once you're done learning something, take the time, like 10 to 15 minutes after you learn. Let's say you listen to a podcast for 30 minutes. Take them notes, review your notes, see how you can teach that to somebody, but as well as taking 10 to 15 minutes and just meditating on what you've learned, so you can really regurgitate that information instead of moving on to the next information. Like, oh, I listened to this podcast, let me listen to this podcast right on top of that. No, because that information will go out and you'll be trying to soak in some new information. So whatever you learn, take 10 to 15 minutes and do nothing at all. Just meditate on that information and then start up again. That's another hidden gem for you. Number 5 would be resilience. As entrepreneurial millennials, we encounter numerous challenges and setbacks. Personal development equips us with resilience to bounce back from adversity, learn from failures, and stay determined despite obstacles. It's always a bounce back. Like I told y'all in the beginning, I've been slacking on my game. But it's like, okay, how's the bounce back? Gotta understand, like in life, there's gonna be setbacks, but it's all about how you come back. Every setback has a major comeback. So it's understanding that, okay, how am I going to bounce back from this? Are you going to let that failure, that setback hold you down? Are you going to let that lift you up? Because it's like when the failures happen in life, we all have setbacks, we all have challenges, we all have hurdles that we have to get over. And it builds our resilience within us. Because once you get over that first few setbacks, you're like, okay, I'm built for this. I know what's going to happen, but I got to keep going regardless, because this isn't just about me. It's about my purpose, my why. I'm helping my family, building my family, doing what they need to do. I can't let the setbacks hold me down or hold me back. And you learn from them. I think majority of the world is afraid to fail. That's why people give up on their dreams. That's why people don't follow through with their dreams or aspirations, because they don't want them to fail. But understanding failure is a part of success. You have to fail to learn. We've all taken pop quizzes in school before. When pop quiz come up, you may fail that pop quiz, but you learned why you failed. So failure, we have to embrace failure, because failure is going to happen with anything that you do in life. And number 6, that positive mindset. Having that positive mindset. Cultivating a positive mindset fosters optimism, gratitude, and ability to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. This mental shift is a fundamental in maintaining a healthy perspective on life's ups and downs. That positive mindset. It can be tough because we're trained to survive. We've grown with the survivor mindset, so we're always thinking, worrying, or fearing something instead of expecting good, expecting great, having that expectance for something great's going to happen. Great things are supposed to happen for me, and speaking that into the universe, because we're so worrisome and fearful that we let the negative thoughts, the negative energy, and the negative things hold us back. And we know how it is in life, because we're always fearing. We're always in the negative aspect of, what if this goes wrong? What if that happens? They're always the what ifs, instead of like, what if it goes right? What if the good things are supposed to happen for me? When we cultivate that and we shift our mindset to thinking every situation is positive, more positive things come into our lives. Number 7, self-compassion. In our journey toward personal growth, self-compassion is a guiding light. Treating ourselves with kindness and understanding during difficult times helps us build a strong foundation of mental well-being. That's self-compassion. You gotta love yourself. You can't be too hard on yourself. You're gonna mess up, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna fail, you're gonna have setbacks, you're gonna go through hard times, rough times. But it's all understanding, like, I'm built for this. I gotta love myself and can't put myself down, because once you put yourself down, other people will see that. And understanding, gotta have that compassion for me. I gotta love myself regardless of whatever happens. Regardless if you mess something up or you destroy something or whatever it may be. Because we are our own worst critics. But we give somebody else a pass if they do the same mistake. Ain't that crazy? So it's like understanding, like, okay, I am gonna mess up. I gotta have that compassion for myself and understand that I gotta be kind to me. I gotta love me, because you live this life. Nobody walks in your shoes but you. And understanding, like, it's about my growth and me understanding, like, I love me regardless of anything that happens. Number 8, intentional reflection. The final one, intentional reflection. When was the last time you reflected? When was the last time you took 10 or 15 minutes out and just sat down and just reflected on this year? We're in September now, you know it's been blowing by, which is crazy. But when's the time do you sit down and reflect on your accomplishments, on your failures, on your goals that you didn't accomplish, and the goals you did accomplish? Have you celebrated your wins this year? Have you understood why you lost in certain areas? And doing that intentional reflection. Personal development encourages regular reflection on actions, experiences, and emotions. By intentionally taking time to introspect, we gain insights that guide our growth and decision-making processes. So intentional reflection. And this is where journaling comes in, because once you journal, you have that evidence of everything that you went through, and you can go back and be like, man, I did feel down that day. I was unemotional available that day. or I did fail at this, and this is why I failed. You're given that time to look in the inside and understanding yourself and understanding what happened this year, what happened this week, what happened this month. And understanding that helps you with your decision-making process moving forward in life. Number 9, and the last one, authenticity. Embracing authenticity means being true to ourselves and our values. By living authentically, we build a stronger sense of identity and attract genuine connection with others. Being authentic, just always being real regardless of what people think. We can't let what people think dictate our actions. And it's like we all are letting other people judge our lives instead of us being the judge of our lives. We can't let people continuously dictate what we do simply because we are seeking their approval. Just be authentic. Be authentically you. And that's what it comes down to. So I appreciate y'all. Those are the 9 tips of personal development. The essence of personal development. Number 1, again, was self-awareness. Number 2, emotional intelligence. Number 3, setting goals and having those end dates on those goals. It's okay if you fail and you don't get that goal. That builds the resilience within you to understand why you failed. Number 4, continuous learning. Number 5, resilience. Number 6, having that positive mindset no matter what. Number 7, self-compassion. Number 8, intentional reflection. Start journaling. You'll learn a lot about yourself and a lot about others. Number 9, authenticity. As we conclude, I just want to thank y'all. Thank y'all for taking y'all time out of y'all day and learning and being here with us. Without y'all, none of this is possible. This was a very insightful episode for me. I hope it was insightful for you. I've learned a lot. And remember, that personal development isn't just about becoming better versions of ourselves. It's about nurturing our mental health and finding harmony in our entrepreneurial journeys. Embrace self-awareness, practice that emotional intelligence, set meaningful goals, and build resilience as you navigate the complexities of life. Life is always going to be difficult, man. We all go through it. But understanding, this is a part of life. This is a part of my journey. This is the things I have to learn in order for me to grow. Let's foster a community of growth, support, and well-being. Stay inspired. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And let me leave y'all with this. Sometimes 2 steps backwards takes you 10 steps forward. Enjoy y'all week. Back again with Sana. Peace.